It's week 1 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Colts and the Chargers, next on Madden Football.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway in Southern California. Fielded just outside the goal line, and he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns? They've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signal for and taken successfully. Called out a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And here we get a look at Stewart down on the ground still. Hope this isn't anything serious. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Now it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. Second and goal from inside the 5. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz puts this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Only able to get it to his own 20 after breaking through the contact. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Oh, he bowls over it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Taylor running right through it. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Hines. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract it.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to throw now. Winston taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The Colts on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Winston. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. DeForest Buckner getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Winston. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. To throw, Winston. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back because they're trying.
Touchdown, Colts! Paris Campbell, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken the lead. The quarterback dropped, was in the pocket. He could go through all his reads 3 or 4 times. He had all day.
Yeah, how about that? Being able to go through your progressions like that. You may practice it all the time, but rarely in an NFL game do you get a chance to go, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and pick the right guy for the touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. 2nd quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, so far, just the single catch. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. On 3rd down, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now Younghoe Koo, who of course used to kick for the Chargers, on for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And this will be incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Holding, 8.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Koo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Now the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Herbert. He's got Allen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Out of the gun, Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Herbert back to the air. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taking it about the 1. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Jimmy Garoppolo with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball fast.
And he works free. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Guyton, 81 yards. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
At his top speed, according to next-gen stats, well, really, it's ridiculous, impossible, whatever you want to call it, 22.6 miles per hour. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On 1st and 10, Winston. This goes out right to Doyle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on second down. Winston. And that one going to come up short with low throw. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a give to Taylor. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Oh, what a move.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5. Now Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Complete to Henry Ruggs.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. First and 10, Taylor now. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Koo for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
There was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On second down now, it's Hines. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And just a yard to go here on second down. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 36, Winston. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Draw play. This is Hines. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. L.A. set to take over again on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Herbert now. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Kwity Paye drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Nifty move. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Joey Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston completes this out left to Ruggs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Winston. He'll check this down to Hines. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, Actually, it was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Throwing left side. He's got Gronk. Complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a 1st down.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Wolf. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Dayo Dangbo there to make the play defensively. 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Eckler. And this time he is in. Austin Eckler clutching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Let's go. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Winston. And his throw is incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Jamie Gillendown as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Oh, good move. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a throw here, hauled in, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 41 yards. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. And taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Winston readies the offense. Down 28-24. A minute 37 remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Winston.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Winston.
Pass complete to Taylor.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Winston to throw.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Now Winston.
He's got Doyle.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now a 2nd down and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And they will take a knee here. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So some drama down at the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance, and that was their only opportunity.